Dyer's turn to ban.
Alright, welcome back to Game 2, everybody. This is ISF, Infinity Scaling Friendship versus Frostbite. Frostbite had a pretty solid win in the first game. So Koiron, here with me is Sync. How you doing, Sync?
Doing good, doing good. I did just tweak a few settings in voice, so there's a delay in the stream, but if you guys do have any suggestions for my settings, please let me know.
Can do, Kangaroo. Alright, looks like the bans are about the exact same as they were in the first game. But this time,
there's the respect.
respect ban for that Kunkka.
Yeah, he did work last game. 2 kills, 19 assists at the end of the game. I think he was one of 2 heroes to have double-digit assists. Same bans coming out from Frostbite. You think they have the same game plan this game, or you think they want to switch it up?
If it didn't break, don't fix it, right? I mean,
sure, hey man, preach it, preach it.
5 seconds.
I don't know. They lose the Kunkka, which I think was kind of the thing that brought their team together, really. The X marks the spot, just did so much work.
Yeah, and early game, the support duo of AA Kunkka, there's really nothing like it.
Nothing like it, nothing like it.
Oh, this Venge Band has the same exact bans except for the Kunkka.
Bane coming out from Frostbite for the first pick.
Yeah, they might be switching it up now.
We might want to watch out for that, maybe Mirana or a Pudge. Pretty good combo, the Nightmare or the Sleep.
Yeah, Bane a really good starting pick. A lot of lane presence and can zone out the mid laner very easily.
So annoying trying to last hit with Enfeeble. Oh boy. It's like 60 less damage, something like that.
It's stupid. I'm pretty sure it's like 90 mana to use too.
Yeah, it's a pretty cheap spell. High value, low cost.
Yeah, and it gives a lot of options for Frostbite to draft into. They could draft maybe a skill shot hero into it, like Pod him.
Yeah, most likely.
Or they could just leave it alone.
Pretty solid support. You know, on paper, his abilities just seem super strong. But then, like, in game, it's actually, it's just kind of mediocre.
He's like a poor man's Shadow Shaman this patch. Shadow Shaman is a better version of Lion.
Yeah. I mean, the finger does immense amount of damage. Really good against people like PA, maybe Enchantress. But
yeah. I don't know, this patch he just feels a little one-dimensional compared to Shaman, who has all the lockdown plus the push, while Lion is just control and damage.
Yeah. I mean, the mana drain's pretty nice against heroes like Wraith King, but
Tidehunter.
I don't know getting picked up.
The big old watermelon.
Yeah, pretty much a staple offlaner, can go up against any melee core, any tri-lane, and can just resort to the jungle if need be. Only problem I see with this lineup is the cooldowns are going to be very long for ISF, so big windows might be a problem that Frostbite could exploit.
5 seconds.
Both heroes on the field right now do have long cooldowns on their ultimates. Tidehunter also kind of needs a little bit of levels to become that tanky offlaner.
Yeah, so you might want to be looking for a mid laner who doesn't really play by his ultimate, so someone like Tinker. Shadow Fiend's alright, doesn't really play by his Requiem.
Yeah, he's usually more of a
early game he doesn't play by Requiem, but as mid game he does.
Yeah. Depends on who you need a one shot, really.
Yeah, even Ember Spirit's not even that bad, but it's super bad against his Bane and Feeble.
So last game, both teams picked up their offlaner this second round. How do you feel about picking up offlaner so early?
Clockwork pick, so that could be a 4 or 3. That's a good niche pick. I don't like the offlaner getting picked up in the. Actually, it's alright getting picked up in the first round, but if it's an extension pick, and what that means is like if you pick up a hero like Clockwork, for example, this would be great. He can be running the 4 or the 3, so it really doesn't give away your draft too much, doesn't give away your support duo. And them picking Tidehunter with Lion, like you already know Tidehunter's going off lane, so you already know 2 lanes, and you know Lion's just gonna go sit in the safe lane. So
yeah, usually in drafting you usually want to get those versatile heroes that can go multiple places. At least
yeah, if you want
to start. because it kind of forces the other team to think about where it's gonna go.
Yeah, you just don't really want to pick your cores early. And if you don't give away your lanes, like Frostbite, they're not giving away their lanes right now, then it's really hard to actually draft a
10
feasible lineup against you. And it'll be really hard for them to win all 3 lanes.
5 seconds.
Very
So-
true, very true.
If you guys are looking for any supports that are also good offlaners, Clockwork and Sand King are the best 2 in this patch right now.
Dude, I can think of. Those are the main
Yeah.
2 that are really
Great.
versatile going offlane kind of position.
Great
forward.
first round picks. They don't give
Tusk.
away anything.
Tusk could possibly
Dire's
fit that
ban.
niche.
Yeah,
That's something
Omni Knight too.
Oh yeah, Omni Knight is huge. Offlane Omni does so much work in the right situation.
Tinker getting banned out by Frostbite. Some respect towards the Tinker. It didn't really do too much last
Too
game.
much.
Did get camped mid.
10 seconds remain.
Yeah, the Mirana
Uh,
ban coming out on ISF.
Yeah, I feel like
Kinda
Frostbite kind of
combo.
Remain.
baited him with that pick.
This is where you pick up the pudge.
Yeah, that's what they're looking for.
Some homage to Dondo.
Radiant's turn to pick.
Yeah, he gets banned out too. Kind of an odd ban this patch.
Life
Really?
Stealer ban. That's a little bit weird coming out from Frostbite because Bane can ulti through the magic community. I wouldn't be too scared of a life stealer.
10
I don't know. I just don't really
seconds.
understand the PA ban because they have a Tide Hunter. It's like PA's
5
pretty bad against
Mid
Tide Hunter. It's a
PA.
level 6.
Skip to Tide Hunter at all. Don't have to lane against a Tide Hunter if you don't go in his lane.
Third pick, ISF. Probably looking up to pick up a
Dire's turn to pick.
roaming support next. And they.
Ooh.
Do you think they're running this line as the roamer? That's what it's looking like to me.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be positioned for silencer, but it's not gonna be really moving out too much. More like hoping to
10
probably get a lot of kills in
seconds
the safe lane. Just kind of get those
Yeah.
stacks going early.
5 seconds.
I mean,
remain.
no, I'm not dog them or anything, but they're looking completely at this Bane and his ultimate, and they're trying to cancel it.
Yeah.
But Lion and Silencer are notoriously bad against Clockwork, getting caught in cogs.
No. I mean, he does make Frostbite think about picking up maybe like Enigma, some of those bigger ultis, because does have the global silence, as well as he does naturally build into Force Staff, which is good against Clock.
Yeah, but
It's not
running
too
as
terrible.
support, so like he doesn't really get force staff for a little bit. I mean, it's just like another window that Frostbite could exploit theoretically. Frostbite probably looking to pick up their. They're probably gonna show their lanes now with an offlaner or a roaming support.
Yeah, most likely. Unless the Clockwork is an offlaner.
And there's just one that's sticking out to me right now, and it'd be Omni Knight, but it's banned. So
Anti-mage.
Anti-mage. Ooh.
wow,
That's
that's
a lion and a silencer as well.
that's
as Tide.
bold.
That is very bold. They have quite a bit of lockdown on side of ISF, so might not be the easiest anti-mage game.
No, for laning it'll be pretty rough
10
against the Tide Hunter. Melee against Tide is really rough. But against the supports, they're really easy to blow up once he gets his Banta. So we're looking at probably
This may balance the fight.
25 minutes is the max that ISF actually wants to go in this game.
Hope they at least have a pretty good lead. 25 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, give or take if the AM dies or something.
Yeah. Sadly, both supports are on the side of ISF. They could have picked up maybe a Shadow Demon. Really good against anti-mage.
Dire's turn to pick.
Choosing to go for the CK themselves this time.
It's
What do you think about that pickup?
okay. It's pretty good against Clock. It's good against Bane. Anti-mage, it's good until he gets his Lincoln
10
Sphere / Ags.
seconds. Radiant's
Yeah.
turn to ban.
Disruptor.
Disruptor picked up, so this shows their lanes. So they have an offlane Clock now, and I'm not sure if this could be a core Bane, but it might just be a 4 Bane with a 5 Disruptor.
I would most likely not
10
think it's
seconds
Corbin. That's kind of died.
Yeah. It was good for one game.
5
It was
seconds
good for like a whole
remaining.
3
3
days.
days. Yeah.
Frostbite kind of looking to build in towards like this might just be a 4 protect to 1 build draft though. The anti-mage being the helm of it. Why ISF is like more well-rounded and they have good team play. But once again, like they're playing into the same thing where they have all these really long cooldowns on ISF, and
That's true.
anti-mage
CK ulti
doesn't play around his ult.
at all.
Yeah. Like
Especially
he can go.
if I even get that. Mine is like
I mean,
35-second
yeah.
cooldown.
10 seconds
having your ult's
remaining.
nice, but you don't need to play around your ult as AM. You can dive whenever you want.
5 seconds remain.
Yo, D-ban coming out for ISF. I think it's a pretty good ban. Pretty strong
Yeah, it's
against the
pretty smart.
CK. Can,
Death Prof getting banned
Titan
out. They don't want to get
stupid.
snowballed early. It's exactly they were like realizing with the window, they need to take this game in. As Death Prophet just snowballs your towers early.
10 seconds.
I'd like to see Frostbite maybe pick up a Shadow Fiend. I think that would be the space creator that they need with the
5
cog
seconds.
combo as well for their early souls, as well as pretty easy raises.
Yeah, that's nice. I would
Both
like
Rupture and Bane.
normally with an AM and a Shadow Fiend in the same draft, it's not very good. But Clockwork is really just not a greedy core at all, so he doesn't take away any farm from the two. So I feel like they could
Yeah.
share.
I don't think it'd be too greedy. I think Shadow Fiend can fight pretty early.
Nah,
Just not
that's a
give
good
any
pick.
of its
I like
speed.
that pick.
A little bit of space for the anti.
Radiant must
Um,
choose.
The pickup is a Timber
Ow.
Saw. Ooh, mid Timber. Pretty good against the
Interesting.
CK. Pretty good against Tidehunter. Both pretty tanky heroes. So the stats deal.
You don't see a lot of this in the pub games. Mid Timbersaw.
This is some high quality League Dota
10
right here.
seconds remain.
Maybe a Viper getting picked up by ISF would be the move here, but they don't like
5
picking it up, I guess. Viper would be really good against Timber and AM if they want to go keep
would
going for
be.
this mid early game push.
They have quite a bit of disable right now. I think the Viper would be pretty good
Radiant's
actually.
turn to
Dragon Knight.
DK. How do you feel about the DK?
High armor,
You think he'll be okay
pretty
against
can
this
sustain
Timber?
himself in lane against the Timbersaw, yeah, for sure. I feel like if it's a 1v1, it's just a wash like it was last game.
seconds.
Yeah. Who wins that matchup?
5
DK or
seconds remain.
You know, I've never
100%.
played it, but on the stat sheet, I feel like it would just be a wash because DK has so much regen that Timber can't really force him out of lane, but DK doesn't have enough damage to force Timber out of lane, so
I think it's just kind of like an even.
it would have it would have to be like the support factors coming in to actually win the lane.
Yeah,
But Bane against DK is like really the Enfeeble is really strong.
that is true.
Yeah.
Looks like we're just gonna load into the game here. A bit of lag, I
Predictions?
think.
Yeah, who do you got this game?
I think if Infinity Scale's Friendship can get the early lead, I mean they have a really good push with the CK or the DK ulti. CK pushes towers pretty well with his ulti as well. I think they can get the advantage pretty quick before Anti-Mage really gets online. And if they can do that, I think they have it pretty easy.
Yeah, I understand that. I feel like they have better lanes, but I'm just gonna give it to Frostbite this game, just
Yeah,
for the
just kinda
sole
go from
purpose that
the
they have a
last
Timber mid. So
At Timber mid, you know?
Prepare for battle.
yeah, I believe.
Alright, so Infinite Scaling Friendship is on the side of the Radiant here. We got ISF Optimal on the CK. Last game CK did so much work against them, so hopefully it'll do pretty well this time for them. On the offlane, I suppose, is this Tidehunter Phantasm. Low Prio King on the Lion, Flare on Silencer, and then their mid lane is Random, DK.
Over here on Frostbite, Happy on the Timber, Soldier running the Bane, Shogun locking up Anti-Mage, Briggy Ninja on the Disruptor, and lastly but not least, Gordon Hayward on the Clockwork. They do give him an early ward, and that will secure his
Just
lane
30
for the first
seconds
4
now.
minutes, basically, for this Clockwork.
Yeah, we'll see how this offlane Clockwork goes. You can be zoned out pretty easily, but in a 1v1 matchup, which it looks like they're gonna do actually. I think they're gonna do an offensive tri lane up here. give
I don't know
the
what
Tide
this
Hunter
guy's-
versus the clock.
You definitely don't want this AM against the Tide, though.
The battle.
Are they switching it up again?
begins.
They should.
It's like they just want to evade the tri-lane and they're sending
Yeah,
the
they are.
teammates down.
They actually just got played the Tide Hunter's already bought.
Yeah, that's what they were gonna do. Is they were gonna get the
Tis
3v3 matchup instead of the
Mind games. This might just be
1v3.
musical lanes.
Random messing up his block a little bit here, but shouldn't be too bad. I don't think the lane equilibrium is gonna do too much for this. So, I mean, both heroes are tanky. They get their health regen.
You want
Yeah, we'll see how this plays out. I haven't seen this matchup be played in this
sure
patch
how good it'll
before,
be.
so not really sure what to expect here. Top lane looks
Call
like
out
we have
by
a solo
Frostbite,
lane.
though, swapping lanes like that. And the anti-mage's the best matchup he can.
This Clockwork might struggle up here, though. I feel like if once the CK hits level 2, it'll be pretty rough
Yeah.
for him. They have a lot of damage.
Lion has Hex level 1, still no levels on the Sanser, hasn't skilled anything quite yet. But if they can get quite a bit kills on this Clockwork, kind of get a few stolen, pretty good.
denied.
Little known fact on
Lion
Silencer
TPing
is
bot.
Glaives of Wisdom actually doesn't draw aggro, so it's a really good harassing tool at level 1.
Same thing with Viper attack for Viper.
It does. And draw Frost Arrows.
Just another reason why Viper would have been good this game. And last game.
Yeah, and people just don't want to play Viper, which I respect that because nobody likes playing against or as Viper.
It's not as bad as last patch Venom, man.
Or Necro. Oh god.
I didn't even play mid last patch because there were just so many Venomancers mid that I didn't want to lane. They keep this Lion down bot. I don't really know how much this is gonna do for him. It'll kind of just slow down Tide's
A
levels.
gift from the
I feel like
Tempest of
Lion should go
Battle.
mid or something
I
maybe.
think their best bet should have been just to try to get as many kills on Clockwork as they could.
Yeah, I mean without Lion they don't get any kills.
Yeah, they need that lockdown.
This clock's
Or
deep though.
Hayward.
Look at him.
Pretty deep, yeah. Trying to get the 2-minute room. That's good at. A little bit of a fight here with Silencer.
That's a lot of damage on Silencer actually. He doesn't pull him away.
And we're already looking
Not much
for
you
more.
could do there. Just throw a stun, hold him, but even then, wouldn't have done too much.
Heads up play coming out from Gordon Hayward. Props to him. Let's look at the CS charts. We have CK 10-4 top the charts right now, followed by Timbersaw 8-0, Tide 7-1, and DK 6-4. There's really no one
a
really
lot of
pulling
XP.
away that much. Yeah, CK's doing really well up in this lane though. There's not a lot of
And
pressure from this
Nice
clock.
on Happy, so he's getting all the XP from everything. So
They TP'd the second support bot, so now we got a tri-lane. Tri-lane.
kind of what they wanted to do originally.
Yeah. Anthony just queued up his Battlefield already, or just Ring of Health. Love to see him get a
Yeah.
treads this game before he gets it though.
I usually get at least a ring of health, push the regen in lane, and then go for the treads.
Only reason is I don't think he's gonna get a lot of farm from this lane. And treads allow you to rotate into the jungle really easily.
That's why they originally swapped lanes, because they wanted the anti-mage to have a better lane. But ISF coming back with 2 supports coming down.
They got a
Making it a
goal this
little bit
game,
harder.
and they're not giving Shogun any space. Last game 17-0. They hit it
Like
hard at 15 minutes.
18-minute heart, something like that. Oh,
Yeah, it was dumb.
that's painful.
Frigga Ninja kind of in an awkward spot right now.
Timbersoft
Does have,
getting 2 to
does have a TP scroll though.
The wages of fear.
A little bit of a fight here, but
There is little hope for
Too much
Dyer's
happening.
middle tower.
the hardcore showdown here on those 2 supports. Breaking Ninja versus Flare. Little Prio King coming down quickly, trying to help out. Got a salve going through. This might be first
2v1.
blood.
Friggy's got this,
Second blood.
I believe.
Briggs gonna TP out.
Oh,
There's
this is a heads up
Mads, there's
TP.
one close.
Good play.
He's gonna make it out. Minimal HP. Whew.
Take notes, everyone. Take notes.
Buy TP scrolls. Always carry TP.
Yeah.
A little bit unfortunate because I do not get the in-steal, which would have been pretty nice for the Silencer early levels.
Yeah, they just waste the Radiant's resources basically, but ISF, they're stacking this large camp right here.
Let you have that.
I mean, Tidehunter pretty good taking stacks with the Anchor Smash.
Yeah, only problem is
Isn't too scary.
stacking that camp right there for Radiant and like stacking this camp for Dire. It's really obvious and it's really hard to actually control. If the other team, if they decide to take the stack.
That is very true.
Need some water, holy shit.
Going for a quick water break. Anyways, about 19 last hits. Not too bad for tri-lane, especially against a Tidehunter.
No, I thought it'd be worse than this, but he's
Actually doing pretty well for himself.
DK at the top, 6 more last hits in the Timber. That's not too much, it doesn't really matter.
Mid lane.
Disruptor
let's
rotating
see.
mid.
A bit of a gank on this DK.
Really hard to take him down with 2 levels in Dragon Blood.
Peace, thou monster.
And the Soul Ring. 11.9 base regen, that's crazy.
12, actually.
We have Chaos Knight queued up on Armlet. Pretty standard. We saw that work out last game.
I mean, it's kind of like the item that makes CK be able to kind of start fighting efficiently.
Yeah. AM goes looking to go back for the
Disruptor,
shreds.
Pretty deep here. Slowed, but I mean, there's no gush on the. Oh, you do get it actually. Slayer being able to get that last hit.
Just enough damage.
It's stolen. First into the game stolen by poor little Disruptor.
Shogun went back for the treads, which I really like. Most AMs just rush Battle Fury, but it's really greedy.
It's gonna suck up some mana off this anti-mage.
Yeah, that's gonna
Can't
do a
too
lot.
much.
That's gonna do a whole lot, Iron.
Can't blink if you don't have mana.
Yeah. Top lane, Gordon Hayward actually pulling out with a lot of levels. Level
Shogun
6.
actually getting really low here. Nope, only 1 point in the spell shield, but
So yeah, even support's got stuff. Bane has one. They got Tangos and Disruptors. They're fine.
I mean, potentially could get a kill on him. They could easily nuke down about 400 HP. You see a chance.
The line is just giving him suck this lane.
Sucky, sucky. It's like his
Tide's getting pretty low here, actually. He's gotta be careful.
Last word coming on to the Bane stun. The Lion, but the wand charges glimpse back the Tidehunter.
Dude, I don't know if that's what you want to
Really
glimpse back the Tide.
They are able to get the kill, and the int is stolen.
A gift from
They just glimpse Tide into Disruptor, or into Bane, who just dies.
Look at this little thief boy. Some people's kids, come on.
Yeah,
People
bro.
need their smarts.
I'd let the Disruptor know about that one.
double damage.
Dire's top tower is in danger.
It's like a
Lane,
big
we got
lane.
Clockwork, who is level 6, got a hook shot onto the DK, but he's got double damage and his ulti up.
Yeah, I don't know
just
how.
tried it.
I don't really know if this is gonna be too
TV's
good.
in, gets a great stun onto the Clockwork.
No trees nearby for this Timber, and it's stuck coming out from
And
Secret.
that CK comes in,
Double kill.
pops the ulti, gets the lucky double.
They're gonna turn that to a push.
I mean, easily got double damage on the DK, he just popped ulti, this is a free T1 basically.
Dire have fortified
Biggie's
their
coming over.
structures
Not
against
much he can do here though, I mean, he shows he's basically just gonna die.
Look to their middle tower.
You know, the more I look at this draft for ISF, the more I look at how good and Undying would have been for Frostbite.
I mean, Timbersaw is pretty good as well. I mean, Strength Heroes benefits from rolling death quite a bit. But not dying would do
There
quite a
is
bit of
little
work.
hope for
Yeah,
Dire
3 strength cores.
Yeah.
That's
Getting
the dream right there.
Acceptor,
That's the
Optimum
dream.
Core, level 25.
Bot lane, Tide goes down to, just gets chased down by Clockwork.
Small little salute for our pirate amigo.
Yeah, good rotations
Watermelon
coming out from
down.
Clock, dude. He's actually doing work in these lanes.
I mean, he's got that level 6, that hook shot.
And he realizes
Yeah,
that
he can gank anywhere.
he's not safe top lane with the CK. Hitting level 8.
I mean, he wasn't going to do anything against CK, really. You can't really kill him.
No.
It's not that favorable. But Almost has that blade mail.
Look at those last hits though. CK 48 and 15 compared to AM's 35 18.
Yeah, AM actually gonna get gone on here. Hexed up. Blinked out. Barely lives. Ooh, 50 HP.
His
Very
treads
close.
being on strength might have been
Thank
the
you.
factor there.
It might have. Gets salved up by his friend soldier here.
Money changes hands.
Yeah, commit that support.
Me.
Commended. Good support.
Generation.
Ty taking some stacks in the jungle. It looks like they shot a little double stack for him.
Radiant
Pretty good,
should
pretty
look
good.
to their bottom
Well, Zeros can take him pretty early, mid lane, but got a hook shot onto this kill. Looks like it will be enough to take him down.
Seems like with these levels, Timbersaw is actually just
is in
doing
danger.
a massive amount of damage to this DK.
Yeah,
I think what you were saying before, this Whirling Death is really just the
Radiant's
stat
bottom
loss.
tower is
yeah,
under
the stat
attack.
loss is what really does the work.
Super good against DK actually.
Get one or two of those off. Oh boy.
I didn't even think about that.
That's what makes Timbersaw so good against strength heroes. It just kind of decimates their health pool. So the less strength you have, the less health you have.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Good
attack.
rotation by his clockwork though. I mean, end up another kill. Really bringing his team back from, I think, a pretty hard laning
Dire
phase.
should look to their bottom tower.
Yeah, Gordon Hayward's just trying to get that 2-0 clean sweep.
No,
Mid lane we have they're actually going on Timbersaw to Lion
Dire's
DK, but they
bottom
just have
tower is in
no
danger.
damage. Timbersaw 14 stacks reactive.
no finger of death, so don't worry about that.
Yeah, even with that, like this, there's so much regen. 40 regen on Timber right now.
Yeah, that reactive armor just so annoying in lane. It's like you get punished by drawing creep aggro, but when you play Timbersaw, you actually get huge benefit.
Only person that can really kill Timber this game, I feel like, would be CK pulling him into a Lion Finger.
Yeah, they need some kind of magic damage. I guess if Silencer gets enough stacks of int, maybe he can do quite a bit of damage to him.
Misplay there coming out from Frostbite. They actually double smoke their supports, but they're looking to go mid.
CK actually went down. I'm not sure where that happened, but I think it was a clockwork hook shot, most likely.
Props to you, Gordon Hayward. You're doing work this game.
Dude, yeah, he's MVP so far.
Chasing mid, sleep
Don't
on
have
the
a Bane
DK.
ulti.
Missed the chakra. This is not a fight that the Dire want to take.
They're going
I don't
pretty
know.
deep here, actually.
Yeah, he's gotta watch out. This finger.
There's finger on the line. He wants it. Oh, barely lives. Very
That's really
close.
depressing. Now he's just gotta wait another 150 seconds.
Gold for me.
Yeah, and I mean Timbersaw's almost basically full HP because of the active armor.
Old pot for DK though. They could take the tier 1 mid easily.
Yeah, ulti.
Dire's middle tower
Let's look
is
at
What
the
does he
battle
do
for your
with the
progress. Mid lane, there's actually just a ton of heroes here. CK pops ult, only gets one illusion, pulls in Happy and the Timbersaw. Does get silenced up. Nice chain away, glimpse back on the CK. Free Ninja just doesn't have any spells to use here. Great clock.
Clockwork, oh my god.
Clock is single-handedly winning them the game.
That Whirling Death just shreds the HP pool, both CK and DK.
13-minute
CK.
blade mail on Clockwork.
I mean, still brown boots, but he's also got a Staff of Wizardry already in his stash, so this guy's pretty farmed.
They are putting a lot of pressure on mid lane, but until AM comes online, they don't have any push, and they're actually going to dive onto the silencer here. He's only level 5, no global silence to stop this.
I think even with Global Silence, you're still not gonna really stop that.
Yeah, the silencer's just going to die every time.
for Radiant's middle tower.
Anti-Mage, let's look at his progress. He has the Demon Edge. Still needs some Whitestone to complete the battle fear.
Is under attack.
It'd be a pretty good time for a Battle Fury, not too bad. Especially for having to switch lanes.
Yeah, with all the factors he had to deal with, I mean, that's a pretty good time.
I mean,
He
his
doesn't
team is
have any
so
stacks
much
to go to, though. Oh.
His team is doing so much work given as much space as he needs.
A gift from the Tempest.
What do you think
of
about this
Battle.
Bane not skilling in Feeble?
Not scaling people. I mean, he was in a tri lane. I don't think it really helps
He's
too much
mine.
against the. I mean, Kite Hunter. Okay, looks like CK's just gonna go down.
Yeah, Teal's having a rough time after just like he changed lanes and now he just really can't recover after doing that.
Yeah.
Once you leave your lane in CK, you can't really go back to your lane. Surprisingly, he's dying so much though. This is kind of the power spike for CKs once you hit your level 12 and you get your armlet right around that. But only level 10 on CK.
Radiant's bottom tower
Top
is
lane
in
now.
danger.
You going on to this anti-mage?
It was.
Yeah, they have locked out. Oh, the finger of death.
I was gonna say they have to commit one of those ults to get him.
Yeah, either Ravage or Finger.
Tower
They
is
might look to
under
group up though with Tide here. Still does have Ravage and has plenty of mana.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Brady is just
Static Storm.
he's defending the shit out of this tower. Nice
Got a
comes
rocket
back,
flying by.
and that's
Got it. Boom.
Dire's top
Tide
tower
actually shows
is
off his
under
blink
attack.
there in lane. Normally you'd see if you
Yeah.
pick up a blink first Tide, you want to go for a smoke with your Ravage.
Can I
Get
get
him off
as
guard.
much value from that blink dagger as you can?
Yeah.
I'll take
Armlet
that.
now finished up on DK, so both cores now have armlets.
Dire's top tower is under
Oh,
They're gonna catch up Briggy here in the back.
From life.
There's
gets
nothing
that.
to do there.
That's a free 2-1 tower for ISF, and they're doing exactly what they need to do. They need to group up,
Dire's
and they need to take towers to DK.
tower.
Honestly, I'd say go for a T3 or T2. You got
Yeah,
you got your big old T's on
You got plenty of time on the Dragon form too.
a DK ult pop. You have CK's ulti as well.
Shouldn't worry about Frostbite pushing because they have 0 push. Like the only way they would get push is with creeps.
Another rocket flying in.
Middle tower
You're gonna do so
has
much work. Oh
fallen.
my god.
Dire have fortified their structures against attack.
Rocket equals
Radiant's
flared.
bottom tower is in
Looks like
danger.
Battlefield
Dyer's
gets up on
actually
AM.
gonna come over, check it out, see if they can contest.
Ooh, smoke coming out from the Radiant. This could be really bad for the Dire. They don't have any uphill vision here. They actually catch up the Timber Suit. He does massive amount of damage getting out. Good Ravage comes out, followed by Global
3-man
Silence.
Ravage.
Gordon Hayward
Silence
is just
on top of it.
trying to get out of here with this blade now.
Bottom tower is in danger.
Nice
Not
dive
really
field
catching
coming
with
off.
Reality Rift. He's looking though. Sleep coming out onto the Lion.
That looks really good for ISF, but support's just too slippery for him, I guess.
I mean, killing the Timbersaw makes it easily worth it.
Yeah.
Radiant's
If they can get a
bottom tower
T2
is
as
in
well.
danger. Dire
Shogun doing a nice job on forcing some TP's bot. Forces the DK back. Are they really not gonna get this tower? Wow.
Hook shot barely off the mark.
Killing spree.
Silencer actually gets glimpsed back. Good play. Oh, only a 1-second stun onto the Bane here, and he actually gets Fiend scripted up on the CK.
Ulti.
That's a lot of damage on top of the stack.
Oh, he's alive.
double kill.
Brain sap is gonna be enough to take it down.
Yeah, nice jinx, bro.
Radiant's bottom tower
Tider gonna go down, followed by the Lion. And that's a pretty.
Mage down here chilling.
Yeah, that was pretty sloppy by ISF though. Once the DK leaves, you can't finish the tower. You should just leave.
Yeah, you should have just got back. They didn't have their ultis. They used Ravage. They used Global
They did do a lot of damage to the tier 2.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Anti-Mage, not top of the net worth. Which is pretty expected. Anti-Mage with Bad Fury.
But yeah, this is
quickly.
He's gonna start ramping it up. This is where you see AM
To
just
their middle tower.
completely leave the entire game.
Gonna try to get out, but not gonna make it.
Play. Clock still has hookshot. And they actually catch 2 heroes with the stack field. Great disruptor play, and CK taking a lot of damage, but actually blocks the Clockwork Hook.
1 second on blink. Oh! Python makes that with a good blink. Anti-Mage
Yeah, but
catches up.
guess who has a 6-second blink cooldown? Oh yeah, what's up? It's anti-fun here.
Clockwork trying to catch him. Got force up in 2 seconds and battery cell online.
He is adamant about that.
Dire's bottom tower.
The watermelon
is
waters
under
away.
attack.
At the same time though, we see DK pushing in bot lane, but they actually might catch him here. He stayed a little too long. Maybe
No
a good
hook
cogs
shot.
would stop.
No hook shot. Rocket fire up in 3 seconds.
Does have a TP.
Is he gonna look for it?
Radiant's middle tower is under
Just plays the
attack.
fog game. Good play.
Good play, good play. TP's top actually, so I'll push that lane out as well. Instead of TP might right to base. Like a lot of people usually just double tap TP in a risky situation like that.
Clockwork finishing up his actually he finished up his 4-staff. Pretty good against Ravage. Pretty good against just saving people because they have a lot of catch on ISF.
Anti-mage is really low farming this jungle, and there's 4 heroes nearby. King's coming out. Oh man, if only this Tide Hunter knew he was there. He'd blink and ravage.
But dude, he just blinks in the trees. This is what ISF needs to do though. Basically changing sides of the map. They don't have any vision up in their jungle. They do have vision in their jungle. Let's see, anti-mage queued up, standard Manta style coming online. We're probably looking at like a 23-24 minute Manta.
Should be able to dodge the CK stun if he good Manta.
That's when AM starts becoming a problem though for the Silencer and Lion. Let's get Bloodstone finished up for Happy in the Timbersaw, and he's looking for a Lotus Orb next.
Radiant's
Really good
bottom
against
tower is
Bane
under
sees
attack.
the sensor. And now the DK, he has his ulti.
Radiant's bottom tower is no
gets
Feeds grip
takes it
up on
off.
the DK. Global
Silence
Silence
comes
comes
out.
out just to cancel. The Dragon Form popped, and this Bane is in kind of a precarious
Ravage
situation.
is
Do they have
alive.
any vision? No vision coming out from the Radiant, but Glimmer Cape does pop, and they might catch him here.
Raptor is there to help him out, has his ulti as well. A little bit of a waste on the Bane ult, but
Yeah, maybe not on the same
Silence.
page as his team. Maybe he thought they're closer than they were.
maybe hoping for the Clockwork to hookshot him, but
You also could have just been baiting out the Global Silence because it is on a 30-second longer cooldown.
that is true.
The Radiant scan, eager to know Dire's whereabouts.
A little bit of a mid lane push coming here from ISF. Without Global Silence, it's going to be a pretty hard fight. Clockwork
This is
can
what
jump
they
in the
need to
back
do, though.
lines. X coming out the Timber.
They stun Silence up on the Timber, and they're actually just going to blow him up here. But great stack Storm cut out from Disruptor, followed by Ravage on Phantasm, gets 3.
Turn with the Ravage. Stun coming out, but the hookshot saves Brigand Ninja. Timbersaw does it. Finally go down, but he has the Bloodstone, so he's going to be respawned here about 10 seconds. CK dropping low, he will go down to Gordon. ISF heroes are getting really low.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Huge two-man stun coming out from Lion. They're going to try to keep you out.
Is the Radiant's double tier is under attack.
Meanwhile,
Yeah,
the far
props.
side silencer does go down.
Props to Gordon, because basically just keeping the pressure up and chasing him down with Battery Assault. He really couldn't allow, he didn't allow for any of them to just, any DK or CK to just keep right-clicking during the fight.
Little
And the static
in the trees.
Bottom tower is
Static
under
Storm
attack.
coming up from
Doing, buddy?
Disruptor, just good
That
count
was such a
initiation.
good silence. Static Storm
Yeah.
did so much work there.
Timber does lose his Bloodstone charges, but it's not the end of the world. I know it's
no
bad now, man, but don't give up.
'Tis mine.
Let's see, 4-staff getting built by Disruptor. Let's see what else we got. AM's got his Manta, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he can
Yeah,
fly it out right now.
Radiant's top tower is
Look at
under
Lion
attack.
in the bot lane, dude. What is he doing here?
He's taking a breather, relaxing, chilling,
Lion actually just
Chilling
pinned
out,
in between the
shooting
towers.
some
No
people
TP.
outside these trees.
Look at, he's doing it. He's making the run for it.
Radiant's
Meanwhile,
top tower
Mr.
is
Silence just caught out a little bit here. Still alive, but Bane
Still
saved.
Ravage on Tide.
There's a gem on his Bane, actually.
Money changes hands.
Lion makes it out. Yasmin walks away.
tower is under attack.
Just chilling in those trees for 2 minutes.
Yeah, there. I think Silencer was trying to bait people out top so they wouldn't notice that there was a Lion bot. They wouldn't TP on him. I think that's what the play was. That's why he died.
Think so.
GD. Top rune. They might be looking for Roche now on the side of Frostbite.
Damage.
They do have to be careful though. ISF does a pretty strong Roche lineup. Like Roche fight lineup with all their AoE ultimates. kind of
About
building
11K
towards that
double
way.
lead on the Frostbite side.
Yeah, this is kind of what you expect with an anti-mage.
Yeah, hitting about that 25-minute mark now. Doing pretty well. 12K net worth anti.
I liked what ISF was doing earlier in the game, you know, pushing that tier 2 top. But now that they're slowing it down, things might start to get a little hairy with this AM. Has his Manta finished up, could be looking for a Basher Butterfly next.
Structure a little deep here. With D2 tower.
No vision on the cliff for the Radiant though, so they don't actually pitch him out here. But he does show himself.
I do see it. He's gonna TP out.
This is a pretty weird spot for Briggy to be in. TPing out, smoke
TP.
pops.
Ooh.
They don't catch him out, doesn't want to commit the Ravage just for a disruptor. I feel like
it's
at
not
this
worth
point it would be worth it though.
They do commit the DK ulti for it, but
They commit, yeah, they didn't even get anything with it though. DK building towards that BKB, a really good game for BKB.
yeah, BKB is gonna do so much work. Might
You
see
know,
it
just-
coming out from
Little PSA to all the cores out there. You know, it's okay to buy BKB. Not a bad item,
okay.
guys. Just like Magic Wand against Bristle, man, it's
one of those things you kind of forget about, but you know, it's there, it's waiting for you.
even if you think you don't do enough damage, you do. I promise.
But you can't do that damage if you're dead.
It's true. Mid lane, push coming out from Frostbite. Hex silence up onto this Timbersaw, followed by Stack Field. Tower probably will just be taken by the catapult.
You're one of the good ones.
Yeah, well,
Radiant's top tower is under
no deny coming out.
Catapult MVP.
Now the difference between the ISF CK and the Frostbite CK is that Optimal on the CK went for an Echo Saber instead of a straight Reaver at 15 minutes. But the CK is actually really poor this game, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, even falling behind the clockwork is an off lane.
Yeah, never really got his footing after
CK.
leaving his lane. And this is like last game was a great example of what CK can do when he snowballs, and this is a great example of what CK cannot do when they don't snowball.
Don't snowball, yeah.
This
Kinda
dude
could
doesn't
lead you
farm.
Commander. Great.
Clockwork
option,
Cook.
no.
Gordon Hayward
What's
catch
that,
out the
Shadow
DK. Do they have any vision? They
Gem?
do have Fiend's Grip, which will be enough. No vision needed.
Bane has a gem, so Shotlay's not gonna help you there.
Oh shit, I didn't even see that.
And
So yeah,
yeah,
this-
this his Banta style online.
They could turn this into Roche, they could turn this into tier 2 top, they could do whatever they want with this push.
is
Looks like they will go for the tier 2.
Got that T2. Oh, anti-mage 10 level 20 now has that blink uncontrollable illusion. Oh boy,
Radiant's top tower
This is
is
not
under
looking.
Cancer comes online.
This is not looking fun for the rating. Not gonna lie.
Radiant's top
My
tower
thanks
has
to
fallen.
thee.
If you look closely, you can see that anti-mage is now PL.
Well, we have Lotus Orb finish up on Timber.
'Tis mine.
Really good game for Lotus Orb, a lot of single target. Silencer in Lion. CK.
Lion CK, yeah.
Basically every single one of their heroes.
Every stun they have is a single target. So, be able to return every single one.
Oh, here we go, Roche. Roche for the Dire. They only have one ward over here on the cliff for the Radiant, so they might not expect this. They really just actually have no vision outside their base. The Radiant, look at them,
Bottom tower is under
just
attack.
isolated in the base, really scared. But the Dire is great,
Smokes. Doesn't look
great
like
cliff
they're-
vision here.
I don't think they really could contest it. I mean, they have a pretty good team fight. They get a good Ravage, maybe a good Global.
Yeah, they could contest it. Yeah, good Ravage. It would have to be like a 4 or 5 man Ravage, but
Big Biggies who's back here. Radiant of Sackstorm.
To the dire.
they do give it to the AM, who has Lincoln Sphere queued up. Another good Lincoln's game.
My last hit, AM hitting that 300 last hit mark. Wow. The second nubs being 150, so literally double last hits than anyone else in the game.
What do you expect, man?
Anti-mage, anti-fun.
It's because CK didn't go Battle Fury, that's why.
Every core goes Battle Fury now.
If you don't get the joke, this patch is just notorious for Gary's building Battle Furies.
I like to build my Dusu with a Battle Fury. It makes me farm pretty quick. I buy Echo Saber as well. Good stats.
Echo Saber is kind of a mediator. It's kind of in between.
Yeah. I think to see maybe this Bane go for maybe an Aether Lens.
Yeah, he's gotten some pretty good grips. So Radiant venturing outside their base. Nope, just kidding. We're back.
Lotus Sword is popped.
Yeah, Dai recognizes that the Radiant aren't going to budge, so they're going to split push all 3 lanes.
Pretty good idea. Spirit
And
Vessel on this Clockwork.
Honestly, there's nothing. They can't kill any of these cores without committing 3 or more heroes, so it's really safe for the Dire to split push. Even Clockwork, they literally can't kill this dude
Radiant's top
without
tower
committing
is
an
under
ultimate.
attack.
Knock, knock, knock. Anti Mage is at your door.
Incoming!
Yeah, this looks like a lot of fun to defend.
I gotta love split push. I mean, I think they just gotta commit to one of these, try to get a kill, and hopefully just be able to rotate quick enough.
Players here.
Yeah, they really only have 1 team fight left in them for the Radiant.
Anti-Mage can't really go on him because he does have that Aegis. It would be kind of, you have to use everything to get him really. And you don't really want to use everything just on one guy, especially just for an Aegis.
Yeah, I don't really know how you'd approach this. I feel like you just dug a hole too deep. You didn't keep up the momentum in the early game, so something it's really important against an anti-mage. I don't know, the Dire could do this all day, and the Radiant at one point will just...
They're eventually gonna lose their towers.
Yeah.
I mean, both top and bot are about 58% HP. Mid lane actually taking the least amount of damage. The 3 heroes there.
Yeah, well, it's a Timber Saw, so...
Stun coming out on the
Notorious for tower pushes, right?
Anti-Mage is actually gonna go down. Aegis is popped without using any big ultimates.
What the fuck happened there?
I don't know.
Yo, AM actually blinks really aggressively. He might get pulled back by the CK. Would not be surprised.
Top tower getting pretty low. About 200 HP left.
Were you viewing that? How'd you die?
You just
I
got
was gonna mid lane.
stun locked.
Radiant's bottom
The
tower
Lion,
is
the
under
CK.
All lane AM, doing a lot of damage to this tower.
These towers are low, but they're not dead yet, so
Comes back on the tide, they might be looking to commit.
now they're gonna get the pot T1 or T3.
Ravage whiffs on the AM, but does connect on Disruptor and Timber Saw. Good hook coming in from Block, followed by a Static Storm on top of it. DK's actually sitting this, taking it up, and
Silence
Global
comes
Silence
back.
comes out.
This is the time to get that anti-mage.
DK's pumping out a lot of damage though.
The splash damage goes on to this.
Yeah, buyback coming out from Timber, what the hell?
I mean, he has BOTs coming back in the fight.
Yeah, man, but you got Bloodstone, man. Need a buyback?
Radiant's
Looks like they're trying to go back in, but Anti-Mage is not on the same page. Anti-Mage is too low to actually go in for this fight. Picks off the line,
goes
Fiend
down.
gripped. Oh my god. Fiend gripped on the fucking tide, but he gets glimpsed back by his own Disruptor.
Disruptor gets hit with the Shadow Blade attack coming out.
Timber might be in some trouble here.
DK? Timber dies, it'd be pretty big. It'd be 2 deaths.
Yeah, we need to sleep by Bane here, maybe save him.
under attack.
Nope, they're gonna back off.
Anti-Mage is back again. He's taking these racks. He's gotta commit for this melee.
That was a pretty hectic fight. Don't really know how to describe it. Just a lot of little misplays coming out from Frostbite. It could have been a lot cleaner, but overall they did get the tier 3 tower and they got some damage on the racks. They
Being
got
able
top.
to get the top one.
Yep, so that was pretty good.
Radiant's top
And
tower is under
another
attack.
great hook coming out from Gordon Hayward. Just right onto the CK, actually couldn't get his ult off. I mean, well, just couldn't do a lot of damage to his ult.
Yeah.
It's too bad that Ravage whiffed on AM though. I feel like if Ravage Did he connect? It would have been a dead AM. That fight would have gone a lot better.
Yeah, I think that fight would have went way better if they'd able to get that AM. They already blew the Aegis. I mean, they didn't use anything to really get the Aegis down, so.
22k
He's
net worth
not
on AM. Like,
unkillable.
that's a huge kill. I feel like using every ultimate for AM would be worth it at this point. Surprising amount of damage coming out from DK though. Like that was a great example, everyone, of a hero actually buying BKB and doing a lot of damage. So
Being able to
Just
do
let-
that damage when you're not stunned.
just letting you guys know.
BKB's trying to come out here for the CK. He's working towards it.
Yeah, don't worry about CK, but it actually just gets
Cheeky 4-stack play.
Tower is under
good
attack.
cog, gets really low, spear vessel, 200-ton damage.
Meanwhile,
This
mid
clock
lane,
could actually just solo CK.
I think he can solo anyone at this point.
Let's see, Ravage up for
Trades a little
Tide,
bit.
Global up,
Lincoln.
basically every ultimate up.
Boom, there it goes.
Nice ward coming up from Disruptor that may have spotted it. Oh, look at my boy Soldier on the Bane, building Necro books for even more split push. Look at, he's going for the range rack with those Necros.
With those range drives, got to sleep.
'Tis mine.
That will be a lot of gold. Head the way.
Tide, don't hit that creep.
Radiant's top shrine is under attack. Radiant's top shrine is falling.
Clips coming out.
Global silence.
Actually,
CK actually just has no mana right now.
doesn't need it.
Good kill.
Radiant's
It was a nice stack storm as well, but just didn't do enough in. Oh my god.
Meanwhile, anti-mage.
Radiant's top barracks
The
has
rat
fallen.
Dota.
This is all according to plan for Team Frostbite here. Tide blinks in. He doesn't have Ravage. I don't know what he's expecting to do here. Yep, Frostbite looking to hit towards. They're hitting all the range racks now instead of hitting the melee. They realize this might be one of those really slow sieges.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
Anti-mage jumps back in again.
And Anti-Mage going for that Assault QRS for even more tower push.
Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen.
They're actually just. They don't even have a clockwork and they're pushing 4v5. They don't even care.
BKB is finished on this CK, so it might do a lot of work in these few fights.
Yeah, too bad he has no mana every time he tries to hit the illusions.
Yeah. Was there a point when BKB cost mana to activate?
Who even knows?
There
If I was
remember-
playing Dota when there was, then I was never buying BKB.
I remember Blink Dagger had a mana cost.
I think it was 75 mana for BKB.
I think it was. I think Blink was 25. Those are the golden years.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
Now,
I don't
here's
know,
the
man,
play.
I just missed the
Radiant's
Skywrath
bottom
patch
barracks-
with Void and Death Prophet.
Radiant's top
Oh,
barracks
man.
are under attack.
That one was so fun.
BKB popped
BKB.
here on the CK.
Just the most useless
gonna be out
BKB.
This is 10-second BKB.
Yeah, that's just not what you want to do. Even if they're going in, you don't have Phantasm, so what's the point? Block hook, hits in the creep. Doesn't matter. What the hell is this DK? DK's just going all in, man. BKB popped on him, and they actually just turned onto the CK with AM. 4-second stun on him. Doesn't have Aegis in this fight. Good Ravage comes out, followed by Global Silence.
We'll go down.
Double kill.
Way too much control for this AM.
Bane's just hitting the tower. Doesn't have his necro books.
Ooh, Lotus Orb actually connect. He's taking a mass amount of damage right now. They do catch out this Clockwork who didn't get his Blade Mail off before he gets stunned up, and that's 3 heroes down for Frostbite, and this is a great momentum shift for ISF. Yeah, I think AM needs a BKB this game, man. What do you think?
I think he definitely does. I mean,
I feel like once he gets
a lot of spells to stop with BKB.
6 slotted, I think maybe you want to swap out that Lincoln's for BKB. on paper it does look like a good Linken's game, but there's actually so many spells that you can pop Linken's with, it doesn't matter. Let's see, do we get any racks there? Yeah, we got bottom racks and range racks top died. Roche is now up, so Radiant might be looking to contest the Dire, maybe put up a ward there.
The wages are few.
I'll take that.
Clear cutting.
Roche now spotted out for Frostbite.
Yeah. That would be a pretty smart thing to grab. Don't want another fight like last fight. I think they had like, what, like a 23k gold lead, and now it's only 17. Something around there.
They got a lot of objectives for it, so pretty worth it in my opinion.
DK looking to build towards a Manta. Another defensive item that really doesn't do a lot of damage. I don't know how I feel about that, but DK seems to be doing most of the damage though. Let's see, Lion has some items. Altor's got some items. He just thrown onto the AM, cheese on the timber, a really good cheese carrier.
Extremely good cheese carrier. Shiva's up on this clockwork now. Jump in, pop that.
So if you're ISF here, who are you focusing with Aegis on AM? Oh, big Ravage coming out. Next on 3 hero, followed by a CK Phantasm and the DK ult. Stack Storm thrown onto all the rated heroes, but their BKBs are all popped.
AM is so low. Let's get the Aegis pump down.
Aegis pop.
Clockwork.
CK actually stuck inside the cogs of this clockwork and just taking a ton of damage from this blade mill. AM on the backline actually seems to be just going for the melee racks top. It actually gets them. Bane going for the range racks, and they're just making space. Subjective gaming right here.
CK does go down. The range racks are so
Ooh, good damage coming out from DK. Dragon form just doing work. But look at AM. Baiting his teammates so he can win the game.
Great
That's the
defense
mark of a
coming
good
from
carry.
ISF, though.
AM's going in, doesn't have a Abyssal Blade, but no ultimates up on ISF. If he just ulted Silencer right now, it'd be a dream come true. Will he do it? Oh, he did!
Not quite enough to bring down the line, though.
Hex coming up from AM, throws up the Lotus Orb on him so he can't be locked down. Gordon Hayward taking a ton of damage from this Tidehunter, but the Timbersaw Chakram is actually
I keep my incoming.
doing the work. And that's the stat loss you're talking about. AM finishes it off, Megas creeps for Frostbite.
Dire now have mega creeps. The final moments.
Quite the hectic game.
Yeah, I mean, finally getting those megas.
Its middle tower is under
So he's just
25k gold lead for the Dire. It's looking pretty grim for ISF. They don't have a lot of wave clear. DK is building towards the Mjolnir, which will help. But with the CK, I mean, CK went Battle Fury, man. They'd have the wave clear. It's never too late for Battle Fury, guys.
Here.
all in all, great performance by ISF. I mean, compared to last game, they're doing much better.
Yeah, 45-minute game compared to what's a 28, 29-minute game. But I don't know, props to Frostbite. They really knew their timing window and they didn't pressure too much early. They didn't defend any of the tier 1 towers with too many resources because they knew that once this AM comes online, that's when the real power spike is.
Regeneration.
MVP of the game, dude. I'm giving it to Gordon Hayward though. Made
Dude,
so
this
much space.
clockwork.
So much space in the early game.
So much work.
Oh, Blinking Spear popped on Anti-Mage, and actually just gonna turn on this DK. Doesn't get his BKB off until he's taking massive amounts of damage. Hookshot misses. Goes in. Ravage comes out on 4. Lion Blake's in, Lincoln Sphere pops, does still have the finger, and that Clockwork actually just melts the CK. Pops his BKB, pulls in Briggy Ninja, and just alt F forward. Fiend's ripped up on the
Like a
CK.
ninja. Holy moly. Main ulti coming out though.
But here comes Happy with the stack in, and here he goes. Takes out DK, no buyback, takes out CK.
And it's looking to be near here. Anti-Mage.
Anti-Mage does have Abyssal Blade, could pop it on this tie. GG is called by Oxmal.
Called GG.
Wow.
Great play by Frostbite. I mean, they hit their timing. They just wait for the Anti-Mage to come online.
Great series.
Victory.
GG to both teams. Alright, thanks for tuning in, guys. Sure we'll have another game pretty soon. But have a great night, guys.